commercial real estate, not only it's getting worse by the minute, now because of all this banking problem that we have and all this regional banking that are failing and they don't have money and they're bankrupt, what's happening is that there is a credit crunch. We understand that the banks are not lending. I touched on it, on my previous videos. But one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys is that a few months ago, when the regional banks, they start crashing, I mentioned something, and that something was that the moment the commercial real estate start crashing, one of the things that you guys are going to see is that the buildings that you see because of high vacancies, they're going to start getting sold at 40-50% of their value, because there is not going to be any buyer, and the banks, they cannot finance, the banks, they don't want to hold, so it's going to be a toxic asset. Guess what? My estimation, it was very conservative. Why? Because there is a news that just came out. This is crazy that you guys need to understand. Check this out. Wells Fargo purchased a tower in 2005 for $108 million. Where? This is in San Francisco. Okay? Now, because of extreme high vacancy, the banks, especially regional banks and even though larger banks, they are dumping their toxic assets because they need cash and they don't want to hold on to anything like that, because they know if they foreclose these properties and if they don't do anything about it, they are going to get completely destroyed as banks. So what they're doing is they're selling it because they're saying no matter what, we wanted to get rid of toxic assets in a very, very deep discounts. It's better than foreclosing and keeping these properties. So Wells Fargo buys a property, a tower, in 2005 for $108 million. Can you imagine what they sold that same property this month? $42.6 million. That is 71% below the original price that they have paid. 71%. Now, why they are doing this? Why? Because they know if they have an office building, that this office building 70-80% is vacant. There is no income. The owners, they're walking away. They literally give the key to Wells Fargo. They said goodbye. We can't pay. We don't want it. Do whatever you want. This is going to create massive problem, which is going to bleed into even housing, residential, which is going to create a chaos. The second news that they just came out, which is, these are just crazy numbers. It says that the second tower is a Union Bank headquarters tower in California, which that tower, it was sold 75% at the original price that it was listed in 2020. Excuse me. So Union Bank sold his headquarters tower. They sold it at 75% of the original listing price, which was 2020, only 2.5 years ago. So when I make these videos, when I give you guys this information, when I share this information with you guys, it's for one reason. Heads up, buckle up, be careful with your investments. If you have commercial properties, excuse me, if you have commercial properties that you are suffering with your tenants, be wise. If you can sell it, even at the discount price. If you cannot sell it at the discount price, you have to give it back. No bank I guarantee you, no bank, no regional bank, it's going to refinance your loans. They're not going to give you a loan because they don't have money. 1,000 banks as of today in United States, regional banks, they're insolvent. So they have hundreds of billions of unrealized losses, not to mention that we already know, I've touched this on many of my videos, and I said that all in all, we have $2 trillion of commercial loans that they're going to be due in the next 5 years. This year, 450 billion. Guess what? We are in June. Wells Fargo, Union Bank, they're dumping their commercial real estate assets 71%, 75% to their value because they don't want to keep it. Now, one thing that you guys have to remember is this. This is going to get absolutely chaotic and it's going to get really bad, but it's going to create opportunities. I continuously telling you, I urge you, go study, do research, understand what's going on, make yourself prepared. And as I said, if you have deals, if you have commercial properties, they need financing. If they have a problem, they need buyers, please contact me. Let's unpack the situation together. Let's see what we can do. I do have a lot of contacts in New York, in LA, in Florida. There's a lot of money that is institutional money. We can go and figure out and hopefully help you or your clients that they're in need, so we can not only help them, but all of us together, by cooperating, we can make money and become successful on the other side. As I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to be careful about what's happening. I encourage you, again, go do research. Keep yourself up to date. Don't listen to the garbage news in a TV and stuff. Do your own due diligence. Be careful. Good luck. And be safe out there.